Hey there. They say a credit card gives you freedom, but in reality, it's just permission to spend money you don't have. You swipe, you smile, and you think you're winning, until one day, your happiness has an interest rate. Well, in this video, we are breaking down what is a credit card, how credit card works, how do you get a credit card, how credit score controls your life, and how to use a credit card properly.
So, let's get started.
What is credit card? A credit card is basically a short-term loan. The bank says, go ahead, buy that PS5. We'll cover you, for now. Then, every month, they send you a bill that says, pay us back or pay us interest. If you don't pay the full amount, they'll charge you for every dollar you keep. And if you pay just the minimum, congratulations, you're now renting your own debt. How a credit card works. A credit card is basically a short-term loan that a bank gives you. When you swipe or tap your card, you're not spending your money. You're spending the bank's money and promising to pay it back later. When you get approved for a card, the bank sets a credit limit. That's the maximum amount you can borrow. For example, if your limit is $2,000, that's how much you can spend using that card. Each time you swipe, the bank pays the store on your behalf.
How do you get a credit card?
First, you head over to the bank, but they won't hand out credit cards to just anyone. You need to show that you regularly pay for your expenses and that you repay your debts on time. All of this info gets compiled into a single number known as your credit score. This score is what banks use to determine how likely you are to pay back your loans on time. The higher your score, the better your chances of getting approved for a credit card and the more money you can borrow. In the US, a score above 700 is considered good, while a score above 800 is very good. Anything below 580 is not so great. Just remember, having a credit card doesn't mean you have endless money. There's a cap on how much the bank lets you borrow. But as the bank gains more trust in you, they'll allow you to borrow more.
How credit score controls your life. By now, you probably realize that to secure a loan, you need a solid credit score. This score acts like a trust rating, indicating to the bank how reliable you are when it comes to borrowing and repaying money. If you've taken out loans in the past and consistently paid them back on time, your score improves, and the bank is more likely to trust you again. However, if you miss payments or pay late, your score takes a hit. A low score can make it tough to borrow money, rent a home, or even land a job. That's why your credit score is so crucial. It means making payments on time and not maxing out your credit card is super important. Credit cards are the easiest way to manage this, which is why some folks become obsessed with them. They swipe their cards repeatedly, sometimes for things they don't even need, thinking it will boost their score faster. In reality, you don't need to keep borrowing large amounts, but the system makes it feel like you should.
How to use credit card smartly? Well, using a credit card the right way can make your life easier. But using it the wrong way, that's how most people fall into the debt trap, like I explained in my previous video on how people keep falling for the debt trap. Link in the description.
So, to know how you can actually use credit cards smartly, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will make another part of this video only focusing on how to use credit card. Don't miss the second part. Thanks for watching.